Hello Yankees fans, welcome back. Today we have some incredible updates that are shaking up the Bronx, and you do not want to miss a single detail. Let's dive right in. First off, the big news that is everyone talking. The Yankees just made a move that ties the past to the present in the most fascinating way. In a trade that has already caught the attention of fans across the country, New York has officially acquired left-handed pitcher Ryan Weathers from the Miami Marlins. Now, for those of you who remember the glory days of the 90s, that last name might ring a bell. That's right. Ryan is the son of David Weathers, the pitcher who played a crucial role in the Yankees' magical 1996 World Series run. It's one of those moments in sports that feels poetic, almost like the universe closing a circle. The story behind this trade is already captivating. David Weathers learned of his son heading to the Bronx while he was back in his hometown gym in Loretto, Tennessee, nearly 3 decades after he himself helped ignite a dynasty. For old-school fans, this connection brings back memories of an era when the Yankees were unstoppable, and now, with Ryan stepping into pinstripes, there's a sense of history repeating itself. But beyond the sentimentality, there's plenty to analyze from a baseball standpoint. To land Ryan, the Yankees parted with a package of 4 promising prospects: outfielders Dylan Lewis and Brendan Jones, along with infielders Dylan Jasso and Juan Matus. This was not a small move. It shows the front office sees something very special in Weathers, and they believe he could contribute right away. So, who exactly is Ryan Weathers? He's a 26-year-old lefty with a fastball that has recently reached nearly 100 miles per hour, paired with a slider and changeup that rate above average. His father describes him as a hardworking, blue-collar player, someone who arrives ready to put in the workday in and day out. That mentality is exactly what New York values, and it could make him an important piece for the rotation. However, there's some risk involved. Weathers struggled through parts of the 2025 season with a left forearm strain and a lat issue that limited him to just 8 starts. He finished with an earned run average of 3.99, respectable but not elite, yet his potential remains undeniable. Back in 2024, before injuries slowed him down, he posted a 3.55 ERA over 13 starts, showing flashes of consistency that the Yankees are hoping can return now that he has a fresh start in the Bronx. The Yankees are clearly thinking both short-term and long-term with this move. While Ryan adds depth to a rotation that has been tested by injuries, his presence also brings a narrative boost, a link to one of the most celebrated eras in franchise history. Veteran leadership around him, including guidance from pitchers like Garrett Cole and Max Fried, should provide an ideal environment for growth. It's a strategic acquisition, someone who can help immediately, someone who has upside, and someone whose very name resonates with Yankees fans. But while this trade brings excitement, it also raises questions about the current state of the Yankees' pitching staff, especially when you consider the health concerns surrounding Cole. That brings us to the next layer of the story, and it's where things start to feel a little tense. While Ryan Weathers' arrival is exciting, reports indicate that the Yankees are not finished pursuing pitching help. Despite the recent trade, there's chatter about the team exploring top-tier starters like Freddie Peralta and Mackenzie Gore. On the surface, this might seem redundant. After all, with Max Fried, Luis Gil, Will Warren, Cam Schlittler, and now Weathers, the rotation appears deep. But when a team continues to actively pursue high-caliber pitchers after already making a big trade, it signals something potentially concerning about the health of Garrett Cole. Let's recap Cole's situation for context. He underwent Tommy John surgery last March, with hopes of returning for opening day 2026. By mid-October, it became clear he would start the season on the injured list, and more recent reports suggest he might not be ready until June. This timeline has been slipping, creating uncertainty for a team that is counting on him as a key anchor for the rotation. At 35 years old, Cole represents a significant investment, both financially and strategically. If the front office is looking at other aces, it may indicate concern that he will not return to form as expected. While the team might just be adding depth as a precaution, fans can't help but wonder if there's a bigger problem brewing behind the scenes. This is why Ryan Weathers' acquisition takes on additional significance. He is not just a young lefty with potential. He could serve as insurance, a bridge until the rest of the rotation is fully healthy. For the Yankees, having a reliable arm who can step in and deliver quality starts is critical, especially given the uncertainty surrounding their ace. The front office is clearly thinking strategically, balancing the historical connection, the immediate need for depth, and the possibility that they might have to adjust their plans depending on Cole's recovery. For fans, it's a mix of excitement and concern. There's promise, but also the tension that comes with relying on a key player whose return is far from guaranteed. Meanwhile, the conversation around the Yankees extends beyond pitching. On the offensive side, the team is navigating complicated negotiations, particularly regarding Cody Bellinger. After a strong season in 2025, hitting 29 home runs, Bellinger remains a central figure in the Yankees' plans. But talks are currently stalled, with Bellinger reportedly demanding over $200 million across 7 years. The Yankees, in contrast, have maintained a firm stance with a 5-year offer, unwilling to commit to such a long-term deal, given his age and the ups and downs of his career. This has sparked commentary from former executives, emphasizing that Bellinger's asking price may not align with the current market. All of this creates a high-stakes atmosphere in the Bronx. On one hand, the team is making moves to strengthen the rotation and ensure pitching depth. On the other, the offensive side is dealing with contract tension, forcing the Yankees to weigh priorities and make calculated decisions. As the 2026 season approaches, every move carries weight. Fans are left balancing optimism for the additions like Weathers with concern over Cole's recovery and questions about whether Bellinger will remain part of the team. The next few months will be crucial for shaping not just the lineup, but the trajectory of the season. The tension is amplified by the commentary from experienced baseball executives who have weighed in on the situation. Many argue that Bellinger's asking price does not reflect the market trends for similar players, pointing to stars like Kyle Schwarber, Pete Alonso, and Alex Bregman, who have recently signed 5-year deals with guaranteed stability. Comparisons are inevitable, and in that context, Bellinger's demands are being seen as ambitious, if not risky. Analysts are speculating whether this could force the Yankees to pivot, potentially exploring alternative options to strengthen the lineup without overcommitting. For a team with championship aspirations, every roster decision has enormous implications, and this negotiation is no exception. While Bellinger's contract discussions dominate the headlines, the broader strategy of the Yankees is also coming into focus. The addition of Ryan Weathers to the rotation and the ongoing concern over Garrett Cole's recovery highlight a club that is aggressively managing risk and preparing for multiple scenarios. The front office's actions suggest a willingness to adapt quickly, whether that means investing in young pitching talent, pursuing established aces, or recalibrating offensive priorities. For fans, this creates a dynamic atmosphere where every trade, injury update, or negotiation can shift expectations and generate intense debate about the team's direction. Looking at potential alternatives, one name that has emerged is Kyle Tucker. Analysts suggest that Tucker could represent a more reliable and cost-effective solution than Bellinger, particularly in terms of long-term value and consistency. Tucker brings a combination of power, athleticism, and on-base skills that align with the Yankees' needs, and some argue that securing him might mitigate the risk of overpaying in a contract dispute. While Bellinger carries historical significance for the team, especially after his contributions last season, the strategic approach could lean toward balancing the roster's financial flexibility with on-field impact. It's a high-stakes scenario, with the front office weighing loyalty, performance, and long-term planning in a complex calculus. As the team navigates these decisions, the pressure mounts for both players and management. Every day brings rumors, insider reports, and speculation, adding to the sense of urgency in the Bronx. Fans are understandably invested because the outcomes of these moves could define the 2026 season. Will Bellinger accept the team's offer, or will negotiations break down entirely? Could Kyle Tucker or another emerging star become the focal point of the lineup? And how will the rotation hold together if Cole's rehabilitation extends longer than expected? These questions are central to the unfolding narrative, creating a tense, but exciting environment for Yankee supporters. The situation also emphasizes the importance of depth across the roster. With Ryan Weathers joining the pitching staff, the Yankees gain a promising arm capable of stepping into key roles while the team monitors Cole's health. Meanwhile, exploring additional starters like Freddie Peralta or Mackenzie Gore reflects a proactive approach to potential setbacks. On offense, maintaining flexibility while negotiating with Bellinger and possibly turning attention toward Tucker allows the team to adapt to market realities and ensure that the lineup remains competitive. This balance of risk management, strategic planning, and on-field performance illustrates the complex, high-pressure environment in which the Yankees operate. For fans, these developments provide both hope and concern. There is excitement around new talent like Weathers, anticipation for Cole's return, and the potential impact of securing a power hitter to anchor the lineup. Yet, there is also apprehension about stalled negotiations and the uncertainty surrounding the rotation. Every decision has cascading effects, from how innings are distributed among pitchers to the construction of the batting order. The Yankees are clearly taking a calculated approach, but it's one that requires careful monitoring and adjustment as the season progresses. The coming weeks will be crucial. Updates on Garrett Cole's rehab, the progression of Bellinger's negotiations, and potential trade targets will all play significant roles in shaping the team's identity. Fans will need to stay informed, analyzing each move in context and considering the broader implications for the club's championship goals. The Yankees are navigating a pivotal moment, balancing historical legacy, immediate performance needs, and long-term planning in a way that could define the next era of the franchise. Ultimately, the 2026 season is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory. Ryan Weathers brings a compelling story of history repeating itself, a promising young arm eager to make his mark. Garrett Cole's situation remains a central concern, with his health and readiness impacting every decision regarding pitching acquisitions. Cody Bellinger's contract drama underscores the high-stakes nature of roster construction, highlighting the balance between talent, cost, and risk. And with emerging options like Kyle Tucker on the radar, the Yankees have multiple pathways to strengthen the team, each with potential rewards and pitfalls. As we continue to watch these stories unfold, one thing is certain: the Bronx is buzzing. Every trade, negotiation, and injury update carries weight, and fans are paying close attention. The Yankees are navigating a season filled with opportunity, challenge, and uncertainty, creating a narrative that is as compelling as it is unpredictable. From historic connections to strategic planning, every element contributes to a broader story of ambition, resilience, and the pursuit of championship glory. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. A wave of locker room whispers and studio-side chatter has rippled through the baseball world after an explosive rant attributed to Stephen A. Smith began circulating among insiders. According to those who claim to have witnessed the moment, the outspoken commentator erupted with a tirade aimed at Dodgers manager Aaron Boone, allegedly bellowing that the coach was nothing more than a puppet and demanding he be removed from my team immediately. The quote, raw and theatrical, has taken on a life of its own, fueling speculation about deeper frustrations simmering beneath the surface. What makes the rumor burn hotter is the ambiguity surrounding it. Was the outburst a metaphorical critique of front office influence, a media exaggeration born from a heated debate segment, or a sign that prominent voices are growing impatient with perceived decision-making and leadership dynamics tied to a marquee franchise? Sources close to the situation suggest the rant was less about a single moment and more about an ongoing narrative of control, accountability, and who truly pulls the strings. Around the league, executives and players alike are said to be paying attention, not because of the accuracy of the claim, but because of its impact. When a figure as loud as Smith is rumored to unload so publicly, even speculation can shift pressure. Fans, too, have seized on the language, replaying it across social feeds. turning a few shouted words into a referendum on authority and trust. For now, there is no confirmation, only murmurs and reactions. Yet in an era where perception often rivals reality, the rumor alone may be enough to keep tensions high, questions unanswered, and every managerial move scrutinized as if someone, somewhere, is still shouting from the sidelines. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.